So I want to go through real quick the installation of new grips on my range gun, which is a Springfield Range Officer 1911. It does have the accessory rail. It's not like a GI model. I've had the OEM grips on there for a long time. Just real quick, as we go into this, I just want to make sure that everyone understands that we are unloaded and safe. No bullets in the gun. Anyway, I've had them on for a while, and I shoot really well with it. I'm really happy with the gun, with its performance, and I mean, for the most part, it's stock. There's no bells and whistles, titanium firing pin or anything. But I have medium-sized hands. I don't have Andre the Giant hands, and so I find that it's not like a Glock, but it is a little big in my hand. It feels natural, but a little big. The weapon that I carry every day, and again, no bullets whatsoever. We're safe. The weapon I carry every day is of course smaller, but it's still of the 1911 family. But take a look real quick at the difference in the width of the grip. So you have this one, and this is a Pair Ordnance Black Watch. So this width, in comparison to this GI style rosewood. Now, I love wood grips. Don't get me wrong. As you can see here, I have no bone to pick with wood grips, but I can't really get slim ones that stay together in a full size. I've actually tried a couple and through the years, and they just don't stay together. They crack. I guess I could vacuum epoxy resin impregnate them. All right, for a different video. For now, what I've decided to do is install some VZ grips. Now, I got these at full retail, less a 15% off coupon that me and maybe 30,000 of my closest friends all got an email around Thanksgiving for. But I picked up some Operator IIs in gray and black, and I did get the cut here by the magazine well. And I also got the cut for the thumb for the magazine eject. I picked these up. I also went ahead and picked up some low profile bushings, so not the GI bushings, and I picked up some new screws. Now, these screws would work. They're not the slotted GI screws. They are Torx screws, and even with the low profile bushings, they would not extend all the way down into the magazine. But you know, I had a 15% off coupon. It makes you buy more. So what I ended up doing was, and I'll zoom in on these. I ended up buying some of the cross screws. Now, it's not because I feel the need to be overtly religious on a firearm. More so, I really like the design of these. They also have, instead of the 4-notch, they also have like a 3-notch, so like a radiation biohazard sort of thing. I like the 4-notch. Aesthetically, I like these better. So I went ahead and picked up the screws, and I also picked up some small O-rings. Now, the O-rings serve as like a lock washer on these. So, again, I picked up the Operator IIs, and I mean, as you can see, they're nice and slim, thumb cut. Now, you can't run these with an ambidextrous safety, but I'm right-handed. I don't have an ambi safety on this, so these work great. So let me now go through the steps with the tools that you're going to use, and then how to do all of it. All right. What you're going to need is a T15 Torx driver. You're going to need a standard slotted screwdriver. However, VZ makes their bushing slots really slim, so this type of screwdriver won't fit in there. You're gonna have to have either a gunsmith screwdriver. Get them from Wheeler on Amazon, or even better, go to Bushnell's, and I think they're called Foresters. Really good screwdrivers. Anyway, or you can take a file and you can file this down, a round file, so that it fits in there. Don't do it to a Klein, even an ugly Klein. Use a crap driver. The other thing you're going to need is you're going to need a little bit of Loctite. Now we'll talk about the Loctite, but you're going to need a little bit of Loctite, and you're also going to need some oil. Now I use hops, but if you have some really light sewing machine oil, that would be even better. So the reason I say that we're going to talk about it is for your Loctite, in the name of God, do not, or whatever deity you pray to, or don't, or whatever, do not put Loctite on the screws. When the screws go into the bushing, no Loctite. You put a little dab of Loctite right there on the bushing, and use blue, not red. So use like a 242 or a 243. Use blue Loctite. You put it in, get it good and snug, and then when you go to put your screw in, that's when you take the hops, you put a little dab of hops on the screw, and you drop it into the bushing. Trust me, if you put Loctite onto a screw, what's going to happen is you're going to break the screw. Now, this is not hearsay. This is not an old wives' tale. This happened. I accidentally put Loctite on this, and this was years ago, but I keep this screw actually in my box as a reminder of I was a dumbass. So I got it on there. I realized after the fact, instead of backing it right out, I'm like, it'll be fine. Not fine. You will break a screw. It's a horrible pain. You'll thank me later. All right, let's get to it. So I have a feeling by now that you get that I didn't switch that bushing. There's a reason for that. I cheated. And I didn't cheat on purpose. I actually screwed up. I screwed up twice. As I was putting the SD card in to download the video onto my machine to publish, I formatted the card. And I lost like 4 great clips, and I had to reshoot it. I did not want to take the bushings out because I did use Loctite. I didn't want to heat them up and get them out. So I sort of fudged it, so forgive me. There we go. We are completely done with the installation. I think that it turned out really nice. Yeah. So let's take a look at the comparison. Again, both weapons are safe, but if we take a look, it's still not quite as slim as this, but it's a lot slimmer. So again, you see here. Let's go there. Yeah, it fits in the hand really nicely. So both hands really nicely. So all right, so the thing to do now is we're going to take it to the range. We're going to put a few rounds through it just to make sure that everything's good and tight and no rattles or anything else, and I'll bring it back and clean it up, and we'll be done.